Happiness Love. Today I will story The Wizards of Oz.
Osborne Young Reading Series 2. The Wizard of Oz. Chapter 1. The Cyclone.
Chapter 1. The Cyclone.
Dorothy lived on a lonely farm in Kansas with only her Uncle Henry, her Aunt Anne, and her little dog Toto for company.
Dorothy lived on a lonely farm in Kansas with only her Uncle Henry, her Aunt Anne, and her little dog Toto for company.
One day, as they played outside, the sky grew dark.
The sky grew dark.
Then the wind whipped up
Then the wind whipped up
with a chilling moan.
There's a cyclone coming!
The cyclone coming,
Called her Uncle Henry.
called her Uncle Henry.
Quick! Into the cellar!
Quick, into the cellar.
In a panic,
In the panic,
Toto ran to hide under her bed.
Toto ran to hide under her bed.
Dorothy dashed after him. As the wind shrieked and the whole house,
Dorothy dashed after him as the wind shrieked and the whole house shook.
With a mighty wrench,
With a mighty wrench,
the cyclone whirled the house into the sky.
the cyclone grabbed the house into the sky.
Dorothy shivered. With terror. What will happen to us, Toto?
What will happen to us, Toto?
She whispered.
She whispered. See,
The house sailed through the sky. I poured out. Suddenly, with a sickening jolt, they landed.
Welcome to Oz!
What? asked Dorothy, horrified. I haven't killed anyone. Well, your house did. The woman took her. Look, two scary legs struck out from under the wall.
Cried a man in a pointed hat.
And thank you! You've just killed the Wicked Witch of the East and set us free!
Who? What? Asked Dorothy, horrified. I haven't killed anyone. Well, your house did, a woman told her. Look! Two scrawny legs stuck out from under a wall. As Dorothy looked, the legs vanished,
The legs vanished,
leaving only a pair of silver shoes behind.
leaving only a pair of silver shoes behind.
The woman handed them to Dorothy.
The woman handed them to Dorothy.
These are yours now,
These are yours now,
she said.
she said.
Dorothy took the shoes in a daze.
Dorothy took the shoe in the days.
Do you know the way to Kansas?
Do you know the way to Kansas?
She asked.
She asked.
I have to go home.
I have to go home.
The strangers shook their heads. Maybe the great wizard can.
The strangers shook their heads.
can help," suggested the woman. "He lives in Emerald City, at the end of the yellow brick road."
He lived in Emerald City at the end of Yellow Brick Road.
Chapter 2. A Scarecrow,
Chapter 2. A Scarecrow,
a Tin Man, and a Lion.
a Tin Man and a Lion.
Dorothy packed some food and set out for the city at once.
Dorothy packed some food and set out for the city at once.
She walked briskly along the yellow road,
She walked briskly along the yellow road,
her silver shoes tinkling on the bricks.
her silver shoe tickling on the bricks.
As she passed a field,
As she passed a field,
a scarecrow winked at her.
a scarecrow winked at her.
Dorothy jumped in surprise.
Dorothy jumped in surprise.
How do you do?
How did you do?
He asked.
He asked.
"He talks too,"
He talked too,
thought Dorothy.
thought Dorothy.
"Hello,"
Hello,
she said shyly.
she said slightly.
"How are you?"
How are you?
Not so good.
Not so good.
The scarecrow said.
The scarecrow said.
It's very boring stuck up here.
It's very boring stuck up here.
Where are you off to?
He asked
Where are you off to?
a moment later.
He asked a moment later.
"To see the wizard,"
To see the wizard.
Dorothy replied.
Dorothy replied.
"I need help to get home."
I need help to get home.
Wizard? What wizard?
Wizard? What wizard?
said the scarecrow.
Said the scarecrow.
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
He added sadly.
He added sadly.
I have no brains.
I have no brains.
"Oh dear,"
Oh dear,
said Dorothy.
says Dorothy.
"Well, why don't you come with me?
Well, why don't you come with me?
Maybe the wizard could give you some brains."
Maybe the wizard could give you some brain.
So they went on together.
So they went on together.
The land grew wilder until, by evening, they were walking through a thick forest.
So they went on together. The land grew wilder until, by evening, they were walking through the thick forest.
That night, they sheltered in a log cabin.
That night, they sheltered in a log cabin.
Dorothy woke to hear strange groans.
Dorothy woke to her strange groan.
A man made of tin was standing,
A man made of tin was standing,
as still as a statue,
as still as a statue,
by a pile of logs.
by a tile of log.
"Are you all right?"
Are you all right?
she asked.
She asked.
No!
The tin man
No,
grunted.
the tin man grunted.
I can't move.
I can't move.
I was caught in the rain and I've rusted.
I was caught in the rain and I rusted.
Dorothy spotted an
Dorothy spotted an oil can and swiftly oiled the tin man joint.
oil can and swiftly oiled the tin man's joints.
Thank you.
He sighed.
Thank you, he sighed.
I might have stood there forever.
I might have stood there forever.
What brings you here?
What brings you here?
The scarecrow and I are going to see the great wizard.
The scarecrow and I are going to see the creatures.
Dorothy told him.
Dorothy took him.
"I want to go home and the scarecrow wants a brain."
I want to go home and the scarecrow got a brain.
The tin man thought for a second.
The tin man thought for a second.
Do you think the wizard could give me a heart?
Do you think the wizard could give me a heart? He asked.
I expect so,
I expect so,
said Dorothy.
says Dorothy.
Then I'll come too.
Then I'll come too.
The new companions
He decided.
had just set off when a lion leaped onto the road.
The new combination has just set off when a lion leaped onto the road,
Opening his slobbery jaws,
opening his strawberry rod.
he gave a terrible roar.
He gave a terrible roar.
As the lion towered over Toto,
As the lion towered over Toto,
Dorothy smacked him on the nose.
Dorothy snapped him on the nose.
Stop it!
Stop it,
She cried.
she cried.
You must be a coward to pick on a little dog.
You must be a coward to pick on a little dog.
The lion looked ashamed.
The lion looked ashamed.
You're right.
You're right,
He mumbled.
he mumbled.
I only roar to make people run away.
I only roar to make people run away.
You should ask the wizard for courage,
You should ask the wizards for courage,
said Dorothy and told him where they were going.
said Dorothy and told him where they were going.
The lion nodded eagerly.
The lion nodded eagerly.
I'll come with you.
I'll come with you,
He growled.
he growled.
Chapter 3 A Dangerous Journey.
Chapter 3, A Dangerous Journey.
The companions strolled on to the edge of the forest,
The companies strolled onto the edge of the forest,
where a deep ditch barred their way.
where a deep ditch barred their way.
We're stuck.
We're stuck,
Sighed the lion,
sighed the lion.
but the scarecrow had an idea.
But the sparrow had an idea.
If the Tin Man chops down this tree,
If the Tin Man chopped down his tree,
we could use it to cross the ditch.
we could use it to cross the ditch.
The tree made a perfect bridge.
The tree made a
They were
perfect
almost across
bridge.
when they heard fierce growls from behind.
They were almost across when they heard fierce growl from behind.
A tiger monster.
A tiger monster,
Whimpered the lion.
whimpered the lion.
We're all doomed.
We're all doomed.
Quick, Tin Man.
Quick, Tin Man,
Ordered the scarecrow.
ordered the sparrow.
Chop away the tree.
Chop away the tree.
My heart is pounding.
My head is pounding.
I wish I had a heart.
I wish I had a dirt.
The tree bridge fell with a crash, and the monster
The tree bridge fell with a crash,
plummeted into the ditch.
and monster plummeted into the ditch.
Dorothy and her friends hurried on.
Dorothy and her friend hurried on.
Soon, they arrived at a broad river.
Soon they arrived at the broad river.
We need a raft.
We need a raft,
Declared the scarecrow, and the Tin Man set to work once again.
declared the scarecrow, and the Tin Man set to work once again.
The raft bobbed along happily until they reached the middle of the river.
The raft bobbed along happily until they reached the middle of the river.
Here, the current was so strong,
Here the current was so strong,
it swept them away.
it swept them away.
We'll never reach Emerald City,
We never matched the Emerald City. Goodbye.